The recent situation involving rapper Remy Ma has taken a dramatic turn, with allegations suggesting that her reported medical emergency might have been a calculated move to regain her husband Papoose's affection. Initially, news broke that Remy Ma was in the intensive care unit, ICU, prompting an outpouring of support from fans and fellow artists. Social media was flooded with messages of concern, prayers, and well wishes. However, emerging reports and leaked information have cast doubt on the authenticity of her hospitalization. Sources close to the situation have revealed that Remy Ma's ICU stay may not have been medically necessary. Leaked audio recordings allegedly capture her discussing the situation with friends, suggesting that the hospitalization was a strategic move to elicit sympathy and rekindle her relationship with Papoose. In one recording, she reportedly says, "He's falling for it. I told you men are so simple." Further fueling skepticism, hospital staff have reportedly noted inconsistencies in her medical records. A nurse identified only as T claimed that Remy Ma's vital signs were normal and that she exhibited behaviors inconsistent with someone in critical condition. Additionally, there are reports that the ICU room was reserved and paid for in cash by a company linked to Remy Ma's management, raising questions about the legitimacy of her stay. The public reaction has been swift and intense. Fans who once expressed concern are now feeling betrayed. Social media platforms are abuzz with discussions, memes, and debates about the situation. Hashtags like #RemyGate and #ICU hoax have been trending, reflecting the widespread interest and outrage. Prominent figures in the hip-hop community have also weighed in. Radio host Charlemagne the God commented on the situation, suggesting that if the allegations are true, Remy Ma deserves an award for her performance. Similarly, rapper Joe Budden expressed disbelief, stating, "At this point, just give her a BET award for Best Fictional Drama." Legal experts have pointed out that if the allegations are accurate, there could be serious legal implications. Faking a medical emergency can lead to charges of fraud, especially if it involves misuse of hospital resources or insurance claims. Authorities may investigate whether any laws were broken in orchestrating the alleged hoax. As for Papoose, reports suggest that he has distanced himself from Remy Ma since the allegations surfaced. He has reportedly stopped visiting her and is consulting with legal advisors to understand the implications of the situation. The couple's relationship, once seen as a strong partnership, now faces uncertainty. In conclusion, the unfolding events surrounding Remy Ma's alleged medical emergency have captivated the public's attention, raising questions about authenticity, trust, and the lengths individuals may go to in personal relationships. As investigations continue, the truth behind the situation remains to be fully uncovered. What started as a shocking medical emergency quickly turned into one of the wildest scandals hip-hop has seen in years. Rapper Remy Ma was reportedly rushed to the ICU after collapsing in public, but now it's looking like the entire situation was planned weeks in advance. Leaked documents have surfaced showing that her hospital stay wasn't the result of a sudden health scare. It was all set up. We're talking about paperwork with exact dates, time-stamped payments, and even scripts for hospital staff to follow in case the media came asking questions. This wasn't a crisis. This was a publicity stunt. At the time, the internet had already turned against Remy. Memes mocking her were everywhere. Her career was basically declared over. But according to insiders, Remy wasn't done yet. She had one more move up her sleeve, and it was about to backfire in the worst way. Once those contracts and receipts leaked, the story went from messy to criminal. It wasn't just fans calling her out anymore. Legal teams, state officials, and even federal investigators got involved. Sources say the Department of Health, insurance fraud units, and even the FBI's Public Corruption Task Force are all now reviewing the case. Why? Because what looked like a fake emergency might also be a serious crime. Even though Remy Ma reportedly paid out of pocket for a private hospital room, set up more like a set than a real ICU, there are claims that some medical bills were still pushed through her insurance. If true, that's insurance fraud. And not just a little fraud. We're talking about multiple claims for treatments that never happened. One investigator who asked to remain anonymous said it plainly. This isn't just shady behavior. This is straight up illegal. She could be fined or even face prison time. Things only got worse from there. Fans weren't the only ones walking away. Papoose, Remy Ma's longtime husband, quietly packed up and left their shared home just days after the leak broke. Reports say he's already filed for legal separation. Even more shocking, he's allegedly seeking full custody of their child, citing emotional harm and reckless public behavior. According to legal documents, her actions created an unstable and unsafe home life. Business relationships also collapsed overnight. Sponsors pulled out, brands deleted photos of her from their campaigns. One clothing company that was about to launch a collab with her sent a cold but clear email. "We cannot be associated with individuals involved in public deception." And just like that, everything Remy Ma had worked for started slipping away. Friends distanced themselves, companies ghosted her, fans unfollowed. The internet was relentless. TikTokers made parody videos of fake ICU scenes using the hashtag #RemyChallenge. People dressed up in hospital gowns at parties just to make fun of her. A Netflix-style spoof called Emergency Room. The remix even started trending. Trying to clean up the mess, Remy went on damage control mode. She gave an emotional interview to a gossip blog, crying and saying the whole thing was a big misunderstanding. She claimed she was sick, but oddly, never provided a diagnosis. She said the hospital room was meant to give her privacy, not deceive the public. And those leaked phone calls? Just taken out of context, she insisted. But the public didn't buy it. The comments under that interview were brutal. People said she faked being near death just to win back attention. One comment said, "You didn't just fake illness, you faked your whole life." Another wrote, "You belong in Hollywood, not the hospital." And then came the final blow. An insurance company officially filed a lawsuit against Remy Ma. The suit accuses her of fraud, false medical claims, and intentionally misusing healthcare resources. They're demanding over $2 million in damages. One of the lawyers representing the insurance company didn't hold back. He said, "This isn't just about a single person making up a story. This is about protecting the entire system from being abused." Now, there are strong rumors that federal prosecutors are preparing criminal charges. If that happens, Remy could be looking at up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. On top of that, she could lose her ability to get insurance in the future, permanently. From topping charts to facing charges, that's a fall no one saw coming. And where is Papoose in all of this? Living his best life. He's traveling, launching mentorship programs, and posting motivational quotes like, "Never be so loyal that you betray yourself." It's pretty clear who that was directed at. At the end of the day, Remy Ma didn't just stage a fake emergency. She staged the downfall of everything she once stood for. Respect, loyalty, trust, and love. Gone. No doctor can fix this. No apology video will bring back her reputation, and no press release can undo what the world now believes to be true. What started as a cry for attention ended as a full-blown scandal. This wasn't just a bad PR move. It was the destruction of a legacy. Her story was once about redemption, rising from prison to platinum. Now it's about how one desperate move can ruin it all. And trust me, this story is far from over. Investigators are digging deeper, lawsuits are stacking up, and more receipts are bound to surface. When the trials start and the evidence gets aired out on live TV, the world will remember exactly where they were when Remy Ma went from icon to cautionary tale. So what do you think? Was this a cry for help or something much darker? Is Papoose doing the right thing by walking away for good? And could you forgive something like this? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to Gossip Spill Vibe, because in the world of celebrity chaos, the next bombshell is always just around the corner.